All the world is a stage and everybody's against Michigan. That's all we
Oh,
learned today. That's what we learned today.
I mean, I'm listening to the reports and I'm just laughing, dude. I'm just laughing.
I think the lack of actual evidence is what's really bothering people. The fact that they've got security cameras. Where
It's
the
it's
fuck?
it's all hearsay.
Where
And
the fuck
yeah,
is there security cameras in the stadium? They got drones flying over
so
top.
they've got security cameras pointing at the section where this dude bought tickets, and they found him using a video camera. So with those security camera video footage, right, which you can't get a picture down the line right in college football. You
Yeah,
can't get me a fucking fourth down call right in college football,
that's right.
but you've got photos of a dude with a video camera, and you can tell in that camera that the dude is pointing his camera specifically at the other sideline. Is it illegal to videotape games? Is it illegal to be at the game and with a video recorder?
I I believe if he's working for the school, it is.
No, no.
Yeah.
My question is it illegal to have video recording shit in there?
No, he
Because you
could use
shouldn't be
his
able to have your
phone.
phone if it is, right? Like
Yeah, he can have his
even
phone.
to what you just said, that it's illegal for staffers to have them. Well, then they shouldn't have their phone ever. So
Well,
the phone has a video camera.
there's a million different
By the way,
reasons he
this
could
dude
be
we're
there.
talking about is a former Marine, also.
Yeah.
So we're going to throw that out there. Thank you for your service. But
I'm not
the dude
entirely
the
sure.
NCAA is trying to go after via Michigan
I
is a
just
former
don't.
Marine. So
I just don't understand what do they think they're gonna get? Like they really think this has anything to do with the impact of the game? Like, come on. Every team does this. Every team sends somebody out there as a scout team.
I just it is what it is. I don't. This is absolute farce,
Here's
and
the
this
thing.
is just the NCAA trying to push Jim Harbaugh out. I
Who
mean,
who gives a shit? This makes no sense to me. I don't understand how this is such a huge violation.
well, my big thing too is if there was more there would be more airtime being utilized to push this story. But so far, everything I've heard and everyone that's talked about it, and anyone that tries to be brought in the form of an analyst who gets paid way more than you and I, and
Yeah.
they try to talk to them about it, it's a 25-second segment, and everyone's like, seriously, fuck the NCAA. 4 days of fuck the NCAA. Now the NCAA tries to pull out more information. They try to tell you more details of their private investigation. The one thing I want to know specifically is how are all of these details from the NCAA's private investigation being leaked?
I have a better question. I agree with that statement, but here's the other one. Where the fuck are these security cameras at in the stadium where they can zoom in on shit? Because, dude, it's a wide open fucking stadium. Where the fuck are the cameras?
Yeah, I have no idea. And again, the list of
Yeah.
schools that are partaking in this are all schools that have gotten their fucking ass kicked. And
Big Ten schools.
somebody just came out with a random fucking stat that shows how great Michigan has been since the rise of JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
So y'all can suck dick. I don't know what else to say on it. I don't want to waste any more of our airtime talking about
If
this
nope, the only
bullshit.
thing is if they come out with some damning it, like it's got to be like straight up. This dude did shit that caused them to win. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say this was him just scouting.
It's going to come
Either
down
way.
to another scenario where that dude is going to have to come out with indisputable evidence showing that he was being paid to do this.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, the NCAA has nothing.
If
There is
in
no way for you to tell me on that video camera what that dude is looking at. There's no
right.
fucking way. There's no way, and it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Okay, so you've got a staffer that have bought 30 tickets to separate games. Okay,
Yeah, that's the
show
thing.
me all the other schools
Well,
right
that's the
now.
other.
Show me all the other schools.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is too is if they can't find these videos that supposedly he had,
Yeah,
where's the evidence? Just
well,
because he's there doesn't mean anything,
right.
you know?
It's all hearsay. It's
Yeah.
all just smoke and mirrors. The NCAA doesn't want their prime championship, the last one, the coup de grace, to go
To
to
be
Michigan.
tainted. Yeah. They
They
don't want to
don't
be
want it
tainted.
to. And as of right now, according to Vegas, people who spend a lot of money betting, people who do this shit for a living, people who spend way more time than us for a living, all odds point to Michigan in that national championship game. So.
But that's why they want to rip it away. They want to rip it away.
Yeah, well, fuck you. And again, I refuse to waste airtime on this farce.
Well,
we'll talk about it.
We had to because
we'll talk
it's like
about
the
it
number
more.
one headline in sports right now. But
we'll talk about it more on fucking our college football show. I'm interested to see what happens this week, but the more I keep hearing about it, the more this is exactly what I think it is.
It's the bye week. That's why you're hearing about it, because they can rumble it up until that point.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, you don't deserve my air.
Well, I mean, it's not even so much that more as it is just.
It's fucking stupid.
This is something.
This is
something that Ohio podcasts are going to shoot the moon with.
Oh yeah.
And this is something that ESPN is going to rub into the dirt. This is something that Fox Sports is going to rub into the dirt. So I'm just going to give it to them and let them look like fools. They're really good at it. They do it a lot.
Yeah, they can have it. They can have this news article.
I can tell you
where it comes back and bites them in the ass.
I can tell you where you and I are fools.
Yeah.
I would love to start this episode off quickly. We're 8 minutes into it.
That's fine. That's fine. It was a big headline. So you got
the Michigan headline is going to take over, and it really will, because it's going to take over one of two ways. It's either going to be true.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be false. And if it's false, there is a world coming down on the NCAA. And I can promise you, whomever's on that board this year will not be on that board come recycle year. And whatever that is for the.
No, because every team's going to join Michigan and going to be like, hey, man, this could have been us. And they're going to join that fight. That's what's going to happen.
Every other school should be listening and watching. This could be you. Yeah. This absolutely could be you. The NCAA is filled with old white men. That's my opinion on it. And they don't want to see this change. And they're pissed that they had to change. So they're trying to do something to make themselves feel relevant again. They've gotten everything wrong from the beginning, including paying the student athletes, how they're paying the student athletes now, the playoffs then, and probably the upcoming playoffs coming into this fruition. They've destroyed the Pac-12. Get these people out of there. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it's the old people. It's old people syndrome, whatever you want to call it. The old people on top.
Crazy. Raiders lose. Lions lose. Bills lose. Rams lose. Packers lose. Dolphins lose. Please, 49ers win. Please, 49ers win. You managed to tie us up with when you picked the Ravens and I picked the Lions, right?
Yeah.
So we're in a really bad spot right now. We're coming into next week. What's this looking like? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 and 9. We'll be 12 and 9.
Yeah, we were doing so good.
But it's not bad.
So good.
But it's not bad. We're 12 and 9.
Yeah,
we're 12 and 9. We'll be able to. To pick it up.
What a rough week. I mean,
honestly,
dude, if you were playing the spread this past week, you'd have made some money.
Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Teams this week outside of the 49ers and Vikings so far, right? The 49ers win, they'll throw this out. But if the team had a 70% chance or higher to win, they lost.
Yeah.
Every single team.
What a fucking stinker, man. I don't understand.
Giants versus Commanders, loss. Atlanta Bucks, loss. Chargers, Kansas City, loss. Browns, Colts. Thanks to the refs, you got to win on that one.
Exactly.
And here we are again. I brought this up a few weeks ago. We brought it up last week, and here we are again. The refs controlling the fucking narrative, dude.
I expect this kind of shitty officiating in college, but in the NFL, it's uncalled for.
It's
absolutely unnecessary and unneeded.
So I'm walking into this week's head-to-head matchup 0-2, and you are 1-1. So
Yeah, got that
well,
one.
well,
Got that
yeah,
one right. Yeah.
if I come down to the winning touch, I'll give you a little preview. I'm not sure if you know yours yet, but your pick'ems for me this week is going to be Vikings versus the Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you already know where I'm going with this, and it's not good.
So,
It's gonna be dogfight.
We'll save that for the end of the episode. Let's see. So much to talk about. Thursday night's football was actually pretty decent. And I don't, it's not that I don't want to talk too much more about that.
Yeah.
I just don't want to give hype to a good Thursday night football game because I don't want the 11 years of Amazon Prime to be set on the shoulders of one Thursday night football game a season. But damn, it was pretty good, man. The Jags and Saints put up some points, 31-24.
It was going back and forth for a while. Yeah.
Jacksonville's a lot better than I think they are.
I thought that Charger game was going to go back and forth for a minute there too until old boy freaking took over. Like,
so happy,
it's
dude.
fucking crazy.
I was so happy. And we could get that right off the bat, dude. It's on one of the many cards I have, actually. With Kansas City, 6-1. They have not given up 20 points yet this season.
Yeah.
Their defense has not given up 20 points.
Surprisingly, that defense is stout.
Really, 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 really good.
And what else did we learn? Travis Kelce cannot be fucking double teamed. He cannot be double teamed.
Understand how bad the Chargers defense is. They are in the bottom 3 for a reason. And the middle of that field was open all night. Yeah. But I mean, Patrick Mahomes was being Patrick Mahomes. And it's funny, 1 week after I call him out for being a little Swifty, he comes out and goes, yo, man, there's only 3 people left in the NFL with an MVP, and I'm one of them. Shut your mouth. And I said, I'm sorry, Pat.
Yeah, but they took Kelce away on a play, and then he hits Pacheco. They take Pacheco away, and then what does he do? He hits Valdez
Scantling.
I'm like, it's
and
just
then
like,
they hit Rice, and then it's like,
and then they hit Rice. It's like, yeah, I get it, dude. You're good. I get it. Patrick Mahomes is
good. Although that is a fascinating stat. I did not realize that until early this morning. There are only 3 people left in the NFL with an MVP award.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, and Lamar Jackson. Yeah. The only unanimous MVP, one of 2 unanimous MVPs. We're going to talk quite a bit about Lamar here coming up. Actually, I'm pretty excited about him. But anywho, Kansas City, they came out, man. They came out, and I was.
Yeah, they've pretty much
41 points in the first half, 7 points in the second half.
They really took control of the AFC. I think they pretty much have their foot on everybody's throat in the AFC as far as that's concerned.
I think the Bills are out. I think Miami's out. I think it's laughable that
with 3 losses, Buffalo's not going to win the number 1 seed anyway. That's for sure.
No, and Buffalo has to play at home or they can't play at all. The Buffalo's gone. They need to get rid of that coaching staff. I don't know what that coaching staff has done to Josh Allen. I have no idea. But Josh Allen is not Josh Allen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them this year. I mean, we can just chalk that up to this year, though. Well, I guess let's see.
Is it this year? Because he was this way last year. He was this way the year before.
No, last year he was all right. Him and Diggs had a much better connection. Him and Gabe Davis and all these guys. I mean, I don't know. What is it? I mean, the fact that the tight end got hurt last year, they went to shit. After he got hurt, their starting tight end. He hasn't been the same.
How do you lose to the Patriots?
I don't know. Was that a Bill Belichick thing, though? Like they were trying to get him to 3-0?
Here's the thing. I found out this morning that Bill Belichick last season signed an undisclosed extension.
Yeah, 4 years or some shit.
Numbers, I don't know. Nobody.
Yeah, nobody knows.
The general scuttlebutt this is at the end of the season, they're going to sit down and they'll talk, yada, yada, yada. He did get to 300.
It is humorous to me that so many people have these crazy predictions. It's like, I'd much rather think the Red Wings are going to win the Stanley Cup before 2029, Charles. I think we got this one wrong.
We'll talk about that.
I think maybe read that 9.
I got notes on that. The Red Wings have scored 31 goals in 6 games so far.
They're nuts.
6 fucking games.
Offense.
No, so Kansas City, Bills bad. Miami's out.
Yeah.
I think the AFC Championship game is if
It's
the
going through Kansas
Ravens
City.
that
Yeah.
beat the fuck out of the
Yep.
Lions
I absolutely agree.
play the way that they played that week for the rest of the season, even 80% of that, they'll end up in the AFC Championship game against Kansas City. And I would love to see those two defenses, and then
dude, and
Patrick
Gus.
Mahomes and Lamar Jackson.
They found a run game too, Gus.
Yeah. Let's be honest, though. This is some of the things I wanted to talk about with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the first quarterback to win 50 of his first or 53 of his first 68 games, right?
Yeah.
The dude is a baller. That offense is crazy. And it is crazy good. And it is becoming better. And Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't even shown us that Odell could be who he was or half of who he was. My only blight against Lamar Jackson is that
he gets in his own head sometimes.
The only quarterback he has beaten in the playoffs is Ryan Tannehill.
And himself.
Right,
he's beating himself.
Well,
fumble. Yeah.
That's my point. Is that he doesn't perform well in the playoffs. He hasn't performed well in the playoffs. He has a championship. He has a Super Bowl winning defense.
Dude, did you see Greg Olson's fucking suit?
No.
You didn't see his suit? Let's bring it up. It's fucking hilarious. He looks like Leisure Suit Larry wearing this fucking suit.
Nice.
I just want to get your take on it.
Fashion on the Ritz.
He wore this god awful fucking jacket, Charles. And once I show it to you, you're gonna be like, did he get that from fucking Goodwill? Because damn, dude. Look at this fucking thing. It looks like he took the fucking curtains, man.
Oh yeah. It's the Craig Seeger. Yeah. He's pulling out the Craig Seeger.
Look at this fucking thing, dude. It looks like a fucking rug. It's fucking like corduroy or some gross fucking fabric. Oh man, look at him. Look at his eyes. He's staring right at him. He's like, you're a good looking dude, but good God, that fucking jacket, dude. Take that fucking thing off. Burn it.
It grabbed your attention. It grabbed your attention.
Yeah. He gets the ladies. He gets the ladies. Ladies with the jacket.
So
it's just fucking crazy. We all wish we could look that good in that ugly ass jacket.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You should see my peacock jacket. It's pretty fly. It's got gold trim and everything.
You go peacocking?
I'm telling you, it's fucking it's flair. You know, there's a reason. Yeah. You know, there's a reason for it. I like walking into a room and making you think whatever plan you had is now out the window. Yeah, whatever you were thinking before I walked into that room, I now know what you were thinking.
Just change the
look at that jacket
right up on you.
Look at that face. Look at that beard. I've now
got you looking
owned the
over
conversation.
Here.
Love it. Love the energy.
Take all the attention away from this face and look at this jacket. Just look over here. Look over here.
I love it. So the refs strike again.
Yeah.
Browns Colts.
They ruined that game. The
refs are being talked about every fucking week. I hate talking about the refs. I hate
that we have to talk about
doctors. Like, you don't even need to be there. It's becoming a mess, and it's becoming an unfavorable mess.
Right.
Top of the night.
We have another game. We have an actual game 7 tonight.
And
dude, that is crazy to me that neither team has won at home.
Yeah.
Because in baseball, that is an actual advantage playing at home.
It's supposed to be.
It's definitely supposed to be. But
those two teams hate each other a lot. But we'll get back to them here in a minute. It'll be super exciting. I don't want to put too much attention on the refs. That Browns Colts game was amazing. It was a really, really good game. And the things that I do want to talk about in that game, the Browns are better with you got PJ Walker playing in New York. We'll talk about that. But you got We're still talking about the Browns. Different PJ. We'll get on that soon. Absolutely. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, fuck Daniel Jones.
Fucking Redskins.
But the Browns with Deshaun Watson. This is why I keep trying to focusing on this. I'm really trying to get to Deshaun
the
Watson.
the fact that he didn't come back in the game after he was cleared for his fucking concussion protocol.
Now, it had been reported on the ESPN Fantasy that he was being held out for a shoulder. And it seems as if the commentators didn't get that note and were really pushing the fact that Deshaun was cleared for concussion protocol. And, actually, the dude I was playing with against fantasy this week had Deshaun Watson, hand to God.
So you're
probably
saying
the other reason I won.
You're saying that they think that they pushed the narrative that it was the concussion. He didn't want to go back in, like he's going to get ring-a-ding-donged.
Yeah. So now the entire coaching staff, the head coach, and the organization said that they kept him out because of his shoulder. They considered Deshaun Watson day to day with a lingering shoulder issue.
I didn't even know he had a shoulder issue.
Yeah, that's what kept him out the first couple of weeks. Honestly, I mean, and even in a fantasy sense, I don't trust Deshaun so much that I would have pulled the trigger on the chew this weekend had I had a choice between Bryce Harper, or I'm sorry, fucking what's his name, Bryce Young. God damn it, I got baseball going over here, football over here. You got Bryce Young, or Deshaun Watson, or Gardner Minshew. Who do you choose? Well, if you chose Gardner Minshew in fantasy, you got well over 20, and it would have probably gotten you the win. I mean, I've won without Christian McCaffrey even playing yet.
Yeah.
And he is.
You want to know what's really fucked up, Charles?
What's that?
Is the fact that the media and the sports announcers are allowed to push that, even though it's somebody's probably whispering in their ear after the fact, that was lies.
Yeah.
That was lies.
Oh, yeah. They talked about it the whole time. And they kept putting the camera on the dude. Here's the thing. I'm not a Deshaun Watson fan. I think the Cleveland Browns spent way too much money. I mean, 21 civil cases. I could see 4 or 5, but 21,
all the dudes' bonuses were going to boners.
So, who is Deshaun Watson?
That's why he's so angry.
I don't, if Deshaun Watson could have been half of who he was in 2020, the Browns are a Super Bowl team. That defense is crazy. Myles Garrett, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this Myles Garrett stat?
That's why I got that card, man.
28 years old.
Yeah, he's got more
sacks.
Yeah.
You know who had 80 sacks at 28 years old? Reggie White.
Yep.
Between Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, and Jalen Carter, I feel like I'm watching 3 reincarnations of hybrid, except for when it comes to Jalen Carter. He is.
So there just wasn't a player. Well, that's kind of, it's crazy. But you say Jalen Carter because of the whole reference with the Philadelphia Eagles and Reggie White's dominance there.
Yeah. Dude, but I was watching him with push. I'm talking I was watching Reggie White take one hand and throw offensive linemen down to the back. Yeah. He did it so many times to one dude. The one dude called a calf injury and never came back into the game.
Oh, he did it to the Vikings a lot. Like when he played for the Packers, wide receivers would try to block him on like a wide receiver screen, and he would just chuck the guy like 10 yards.
So if you have not watched Jalen Carter play defense, go watch this dude. I'm telling you,
do yourself a favor and go watch Jalen Carter. He's the man.
But here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
TJ Watt or Myles Garrett. And the only reason I take Garrett is because TJ can't stay healthy. But TJ Watt is doing things.
Dude, that's the knock for all the Watt brothers is that they can't stay healthy. They've got bad genetics when it comes to injuries, apparently.
It's so sad. I wish that they would go take a Bosa camp. Yeah. Seriously, the Bosas need to run a fucking NFL strength and conditioning camp, and they'll be billionaires. They'll be billionaires after all this. They don't even need to play.
Didn't they had their own issues too in college and stuff, I think.
Yeah,
but no, you know who needs to be a billionaire is the Michigan strength and conditioning coach. That guy's a fucking monster.
That dude's a beast too. Yeah, absolutely. Raiders, Adams, Moss. These are my notes for the Raiders and Devontae Adams.
You have to fucking ask that question. Just look at the look on his face is fucking priceless. What the fuck?
Oh my God! Listen, I feel bad for the dude,
He
but
takes
he
that
is
helmet off,
wasting
Charles.
his Hall of Fame
Dude,
career with the
did you
Raiders,
did you
and he
see him on
signed a
this?
contract that is not trade friendly.
Did you see the I don't know if I could find the image in enough time, but did you see the look on his face when he took his helmet off coming off the field when they were playing that game and he stared down the fucking coach and the quarterback? It looked like he was looking right through the fucking guy.
Bro,
He
it's
was
just
so pissed. So
who's
fucking
going to
pissed.
be the Raiders quarterback next year?
Ain't
Is it
gonna
going
be
to be this rookie card I got top loaded behind me,
it's
or
not gonna be fucking Garoppolo, I can tell you
going
that
to
much.
be the dude who gets paid to be hurt?
God, you know, they might draft a QB since there's like a 19 of them and there's 19 eligible quarterbacks going in the draft that are like that could be drafted.
They're pretty
Um,
decent. Ooh,
who
Arizona
had
is 1 out away, 2 strikes.
Charles? Who had it worse though? Matt Prater with the laces out, Dan Ray Finkel field goal kick, or fucking or Devontae Adams like getting the ball like thrown at the fucking at his feet.
Oh, I mean, I'm the Prater with the kick. You can't
Dude,
Finkel that shit.
that
You can't
video,
Finkel that shit.
that
Not anymore.
video is fucking great.
This ain't the 90s, dude.
That
And old boy
video
out
is
there
fucking
Finkling shit.
fantastic.
Yeah, you can't do that. No, I just Devontae Adams, 1 strike away. 1 strike away. Devontae Adams. I mean, I can't talent wise, he's a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah.
But old boy dropped what he dropped. He's got so much going on in his mind. He's got so much going off the field. Dude's making bank on Taco Bell commercials right now, and that is really what's saving him. Why did you go to Vegas, dude? Why'd you go to Vegas? Why'd you go to Vegas, dude? You can't tell me Derek Carr was it. Why'd you go to Vegas, dude? I mean, of all places to go, you were Devontae Adams. You could have went wherever you wanted. You could have went and chased a fucking Super Bowl, and instead you went to the Raiders, dude. Like, I get leaving.
Oh, fucking.
But the Raiders.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, apparently their owner owns Arizona forced a Game 7. Well done. We're going to get another Game 7. A Game 7. I think that Game 7 is literally going on right now.
Game 7. And
we'll have another Game 7 tomorrow. Where's the other one at? Oh, there it is.
It doesn't matter what he demands because they're not good. They won't cave anyway because they owe him so much money, and nobody's going to take that.
That's what I said. He doesn't have a trade friendly contract. He does not have a trade friendly.
You know who does have a trade friendly contract?
Who's that?
Jefferson for the
Oh yeah. And it's if Minnesota loses to Green Bay, it'll be solidified. I just don't know what's taking so long. Next week, Tuesday, is the trade deadline.
They want everybody to flex what they're willing to give up for what they're willing to give up. They want somebody to show their cards, and then they say, "Well, we've got an ace in the hole. What will you guys give us for this?" That's what they want. They want somebody to some shit team to trade for like a secondary, like a number 3, and make that guy their number 2 or something. It's gonna be wild. Once they figure this out, once a team starts saying, "Hey, man, how much for him?" Then it's going to be a fucking. It's on.
Top of the first, 1 out. Texas is already up on Houston 1-0. It's crazy. Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of it.
I'm trying to figure out where could he go? Who's going to pick him up? Who has the capital to give?
So just anybody with a first round pick.
Kansas City.
It's in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, it's a rental if you think about it.
Kansas City.
Yeah. Kansas City would pull that trigger. That if they get him, it's automatic Super Bowl. It's automatic Super Bowl.
Can you imagine Patty Mahomes throwing to him?
No, I can't because it'd be video game fucking all over the place. You already got 2 people that you can't cover because Scantling down the sidelines.
I tell you what, if Jefferson goes to Kansas City, Pacheco's fantasy points are going to go through the roof. That boy's going to be open all day.
Maybe.
Yes, that boy's gonna be open all day, bro. You're gonna have 2 people on Travis.
Yeah, but he's not gonna have
on Jefferson.
Yeah, but he's not gonna have to check down. Those guys are gonna be open down.
Just gotta chuck it. I need to go get another drink.
Just chuck it.
Oh my god.
He'll just be able to run the ball. He won't even have to go downfield. Just fucking hand it off to him. That they won't be able to cover that shit either.
How many times this season have you forgot that Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator for Washington?
Every time, because I just
Because that offense is so bad. That offense is so bad. That Washington offense is so
and it
7
shouldn't be. You
points
got
against
Terry
the
McLaurin. You've
yeah.
got a good run game. I
Do you know
don't
how many times
get
Sam
it.
Howell has been sacked this year?
Fucking lots.
40.
Damn.
40 fucking times, dude.
Damn. It's like
40.
six times a game. The
The
fuck?
dude's been sacked 40 fucking times. And
Fucking
you,
crazy.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that was almost a banger. That was almost a
it's
homer, but it double off the wall. Keeps it
don't
a single. Texas up 2-0 on Houston.
I don't understand.
Top of the first. Talking top of the first inning. Oh, he thought it was gone. That's why it's a single. He thought it was gone. He stayed at the plate for way too long.
You're not fucking dumb fuck. You never
He's
stay at
just
the
looking
plate.
to get hit with another pitch.
Dude, you hit the ball, you fucking run regardless. That's
Oh,
basic
that's so
baseball.
bad. That's
Fucking
so
basic
bad.
baseball.
That dude, and this is what pisses me off right now. Do you see what that dude just did? But maybe not. But how can you fucking
What the fucking home run watchers? I hate that. Hate it.
hold on, what's the word? I'm having a brain fart.
Cocksuckers.
The dude was sat for 2 games, disqualified for 2 games.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But anyways, the pitcher, after he threw the pitch, he's not allowed to play 2 more games. Man, I'm having a massive brain fart right now. I can't think of that word.
Yeah.
But anywho,
we got ejected.
he got ejected. Yeah. But Garcia got ejected also. But now
Yeah.
here you are. Here you are. He hits the first inning of the fucking game after that shit comes out. He hits a fucking run and stands at home plate for 6 seconds before he realizes, oh, that's not a home run, and gets stuck on first. He did just steal second.
That's fucking classless. That's
classless.
Stupid.
Classless. And you're sitting here and you got the other boy sitting at home watching his team play right now because of that, dude.
Right. I get you guys don't like each other, but still play baseball.
That is terrible. Terrible. But anyways.
If I'm the manager, I sit that guy down and be like, dude, hit the ball, run. Hit the ball and run.
Yeah.
A and B. There you go.
It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
But hey, guess what? We live in a world where we treat athletes like babies, so we can't do that stuff. We've got to cater to them. Absolutely bullshit.
Well, let's see what I got up in here for notes.
Fucking wild west.
What rotates my gears in the opposite direction this week. This is going to be a really good one. I like that one. I know it was a few moments ago, but Lexi Thompson in the PGA. Yeah. Oh my God, he just missed it. Yeah, they're going to score another one.
Yeah, early runs. Early runs are the Houston bugaboo.
3-0. Old boy's going to be off the mound already.
I think the fact that the Tigers swept him earlier in the season probably should tell you everything you need to know about Houston.
Yeah. Okay, so Lexi Thompson in the PGA, well done doing nothing. I mean, and it's not very much of a hot take. People are and still in some of the golf chat groups, yada, yada, yada. People were talking more about the people she beat than the fact that there was double the amount of people she didn't beat above her. And had she played all weekend, she would have not gone very far. So let's cut this shit out. Let's be done with it. We have co-ed matches in golf all the time. You've got fucking all this senior shit. If you really want to level the fucking playing field, send Colin Morikawa, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson. I want you to send those 4 into the next fucking female LPGA event. Yeah, I want you, and I want them to fucking play from wherever the fuck you want them to play from, but I want them to be in that fucking group. I want them to be there. I want for a whole fucking season. I want men to go over to the LPGA. This has nothing to do with women in golf. I love women in golf. It's just so much fun, but it's such a different game for men and women. It's such a different game for men and women, and this I feel like this is the end of the whole fucking goddamn mini wheats and frosted mini wheats in a fucking bowl together, right? Like I feel like we're finally getting to the end of this. Create your own fucking leagues. Let's do this. There's more than enough money. There's more than enough people. There's more than enough attention. Get the fuck out of this shit. Oh my
Here's the thing,
God.
Charles. If they need to bring back our fucking Lucky Charms, bring back our goddamn pots of gold.
Yeah.
Because
Fucking
this is
unicorn screwed everything up,
fuck
bro.
that unicorn. Send that unicorn back wherever the fuck he came, like you said.
So at the end of the year, I would love for us to do best players of the year in every position. So
How
as
do
the
you
season's going on,
what do you got going on this Sunday early?
are you
Well,
talking about?
Saturday we don't have a Michigan game, do we? We could late if you want to do a late. We could do a late trivia. We got to do our trivia at some point. Maybe we could do it that following Sunday.
Yeah, as long as
That
it's not
following
Sunday,
Sunday.
October 29th.
How we could do it this
Oh yeah,
Sunday.
we could do October 29th. The game's at noon. I'm going to the
I
Packers
know. I
game. Yeah,
forgot
the
you're
Packers
going.
Vikings. Yeah.
Well, I thought that's this week.
October 29th, whatever the fuck that
Yeah,
is.
yeah, next weekend. Yeah, you're right. That is next weekend already. God damn, that thing snuck up on you quick, didn't it?
Yeah, I even tried to sell the tickets twice.
Stop it.
Hey man, I had to buy a new computer. Bills got in the way. My mind
I
gets
know.
all
I
flustered when that
totally
shit
understand. I
happens.
totally understand, and I just it's just frustrating. It just frustrates me. That's all. It's
I
like
fucking feel that.
I don't want it to be true, but every time I just read some of these comments, and I'm like, especially people who know way more about football than me, and I just like I get a little bit from them, and like you're just like they get it, man. They understand what we're saying. They're like the fans are upset because they expected a little bit more, I guess we'll say, emotion out of the team, and this team just looks flat.
Yeah.
This looks flat.
All right. I think we have touched on the whole league enough.
Yeah, we got enough of it.
Let's hit the NFC North big picture here. Minnesota flailing. All right. They're 2 trades away from rebuilding.
Right. The Chicago Bears completely screwing themselves out of the number 2 pick.
The Chicago Bears doing a really good job on not finishing.
They don't care because they got the number 1 regardless. So whatever.
Well, shout out, congratulations, Chicago Bears, first home win since last year September. Well done.
Congratulations.
Took a Division II undrafted quarterback to get her done. Well done.
And he didn't look bad.
He didn't look good.
Bad. And guess what?
He looked way better than old boy who's been in the league for 10 plus years.
And guess what? Guess what? The Bears aren't terrible when you get the ball out of the guy's hands real quick.
When the quarterback doesn't hold the ball for 5 seconds, that offensive line looks okay.
He got sacked one time, and it was a coverage sack. It was a coverage sack. Yeah.
So
the Bears. Yeah, they're not the worst team in the NFL. Congratulations.
Honestly, if we're being real, let me pull something up. Because I said it in Messenger.
A lot of people seem to think that the Bears get better every week, and it does seem to look that way, that they aren't the same team that we saw at the first game of the season.
Really fun to watch over the next few years.
Yeah.
While the Lions will continue to be the Lions. I'm sorry, but there's way too many people talking about that Lions-Ravens game being more about the Ravens doing what they did than the Lions doing what they did.
Well, I don't think that's the same old Lions because they're making the playoffs.
I don't disagree with you, but the Lions aren't ready for that show. The Lions aren't ready for that stage. The Lions are not ready. And it's going to take a couple of years.
I will be happy for the Lions if they make the playoffs and they win a game. I'm not saying. I don't believe they're expecting to win a Super Bowl. I hope they're not. I hope the fuck they're not.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't be happy for the Detroit Lions, but I
agree with you. But I'm just saying I hope that their expectations aren't Super Bowl, because if that's the thing, we knew they weren't going to win a fucking Super Bowl.
Bro, but the expectations are Super Bowl.
They are. Yeah, they think
it's not just them either. Fucking Vegas. They're the number.
Are you fucking shitting me?
Bro, they're the top 5 betting favorite to win the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, they are record-wise. I mean, they are a top 5 team, but
I'm a betting favorite in Vegas. They were
crazy.
A top 10 betting favorite to start the season. They are now a top 5 betting favorite going into the season.
Even after the loss.
The Lions, I haven't seen the numbers after the loss.
Maybe we should keep track of this, because I think it's kind of a cool stat.
Yeah.
The PFF, like the playoff, whatever. Let's keep the POF up for the Lions.
Pitching change already for Houston.
Yeah, it's going to be a bullpen game for them for sure.
Yeah. A bullpen game to get you to the World Series.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but
you're in Vegas right now, go bet Texas.
Texas.
So the Minnesota Vikings are 2 trades away from a rebuild. And I'm sorry, but the Green Bay Packers are still drunk on Aaron Rodgers. It's going to take us. It's going to take us a couple of years to get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Dude, the amount of fans that like are still like hugging on his jock strap are fucking crazy.
Peyton
It's
Manning and
crazy.
Troy Aikman would not have survived in today's NFL. And the
No.
reason I say that is because Troy Aikman didn't win a fucking game his first season, and Peyton Manning threw almost 20 interceptions
Yeah.
and less than 30 touchdowns, right? Like, and I think they won one game, right? So I'm not ready to jump off the Jordan Love train. I'm not ready to say much on Jordan Love
No,
other
but
than
I
what's
I
obvious.
I do believe that people need to chill the fuck out with the bench 'em thing. It's like, dude, what they weren't gonna win that game with the fucking backup quarterback in there. Just
You think
fucking relax.
you think fucking Sean Clifford's the answer?
I
Because
don't
this
think
parallel card becomes way more expensive if he is.
the only way that he comes in is if they're getting blown the fuck out, or if Love somehow gets hurt. That's the only way he's coming in a game this year. And let's not hope for that, because I don't wish any ill will on any football player, regardless. But those are your only chances. And maybe we'll see him versus Kansas City. Maybe they'll be down 31-0 at halftime. Who fucking knows? T Swift will have the T Swizzle will be out there with the Swifties, and they'll be fucking swaying back and forth in the stadium. And Travis Kelce will have 168 yards at halftime and 2 touchdowns. And Patrick Mahomes will be throwing it to freaking Jordan Jefferson.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Justin
getting a lot of
Jefferson.
steam on
Justin
that
Jefferson.
30. You're getting a lot of steam on that 34-17 Philadelphia win comment
Yeah, that was funny.
on the old podcast. Yeah. People giving me smoke talking about Philly didn't have enough to score on them. Listen, I'm sorry I didn't realize AJ Brown was him.
Yeah.
Right? Like AJ Brown wasn't him until yesterday. So
yeah, those guys got a pretty decent following as far as like sports go for their area.
Oh yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, that gets more people to listen to our podcast. It's like,
yeah, I was.
Yeah. You want to jump into picks? We can jump into some picks here, since we want to break that down before we get into your what grinds your gears in the opposite direction there.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm just to finish up, to wrap up that NFC North talk.
Yeah.
If you're a Green Bay Packer fan, listen, we're not in the 80s yet, but we've had 30 years of really good football. Just sit back and hold on to those pictures for a little while and enjoy the fucking ride.
Right.
That's all I can tell you. Okay, so while you're looking at that, I've picked the 2 already. I've got NFC this week. You've got AFC. The matchup I've got for you is Vikings versus Packers. The matchup I picked for myself is Rams versus Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a bye. The Rams coming off a terrible showing against whoever the fuck they played last week. They ended up losing. Or the Steelers. Oh, my God. I'm not ready to talk about the Steelers yet because I think Baltimore is it. But damn, dude, that AFC East. Are you kidding me? A few weeks ago, I was like, the Browns need to be gone. But, I don't know, man. The Browns are looking real good. But I'm going to pick the Rams over the Cowboys in that one.
Nice.
I think the Rams figured that one out last week. I like the Steelers defense more than the Cowboys defense. And the Rams still put some shit up. I need a win, so I'm picking the Rams.
Nice. Yeah. Fuck. What game did you have for me again? Fucking
Vikings,
Packers. God, man. See, this is a tough one for me, and it's like I really want to pick the Vikings, but it's like the Packers got to get it fucking going. They got to get it right at some point. And I
trust the Packers defense.
I just feel that this is the game the Packers freaking come out and they just impose their will, and I think they cover that 3-point spread. I think they win by 4 or 5. Yeah. Green Bay at home.
So you're taking Green Bay.
Yep.
All right.
Charles game.
You keep picking them every week,
not only that, you're gonna be there, Charles, and you're gonna win this. You're gonna will this team on to victory.
The mojo shall be successful.
So I've got a very interesting matchup for you.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna like it.
I'm ready.
You're not gonna like it. Yeah. But coming off their victory with Bill Belichick at helm, coming into Miami with big old Billy, the Patriots at the fucking Sea Fish. The Dolphins.
Pats versus Miami. This is an easy one for me. This is a get right game for Miami. Yeah, this is a huge get right game for Miami. I'm taking Miami all the way.
Yeah. And the game I picked for myself,
I think Miami's going to win that one by
I
2
gave
touchdowns.
I gave you that one because I know you didn't want to talk about the Jaguars and the Steelers yet, but
Yep.
I'll be the guy to pick it because I saw Pickens finally fucking catch some decent balls. And I don't know. The Jaguars though, Trevor Lawrence, it's like man, ETN, man. I think this is the game the Jaguars go 6-2 and they establish themselves as the perennial threat to basically what Baltimore and to freaking Kansas City. They're saying, "Hey, we're over here, dude. We're still here. We're still here." So
Yeah,
yeah, Jaguars.
the AFC is tough. All right, that'll be easy peasy.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good football game. Hopefully.
So we've got you're 1-1. I'm 0-2. And we've got Vikings versus Packers. You've got Green Bay. Then you've got Jags versus Steelers, and you've got the Jags.
Yep.
And then for me, I've got Rams versus them boys. I picked the Rams, and then the Pats versus Miami. So let's blow through the rest of the week. And so we've got Bucks versus the Bills. Ooh, I'm taking the Bills in that one. I shouldn't.
It's a Thursday night game, huh?
It's a Thursday night game too.
Oh, man,
I shouldn't.
This is a game where you just like this game screams don't go with Buffalo, but it's like Buffalo can't be that bad where they lose.
Buffalo can't be that bad.
Can't be.
If the Bills lose this game, fire the whole coaching staff for the love of God.
Yeah. I'm on board with you there. If they do, this is one that we're going to take as an L if they do lose, but I'm picking the Bills.
Oh my God. So we've got the Jets at the Giants. I'm taking the Jets.
Man, that defense. That defense.
Jets defense is just,
even with Zach Wilson at the helm, it's like
who's getting better? Who's getting better? Much better.
Yeah. That defense wins them that game against the Giants for sure. They're going to shut their run game down, and Waller's just not going to be able to get open against that secondary. Even though it's a banged up secondary for the Jets, still good enough to win that game.
So we've got a nice one. Not really. Texans, Panthers. I'm taking the Texans in this one all day. Panthers just can't figure nothing out.
Yeah, this is one where
that's too bad because
we can't even disagree on this one. This one, the Carolina Panthers
they're just so bad. Frank Reich will be gone. He won't be gone at the end of this season. Yeah, that's too bad. He's a really good coach. So then you've got the Eagles at Commanders. This is a trap game for the Eagles, but I do not see a problem at all. I mean, this could be a trap game for the Eagles, but I don't see it.
After watching what happened to them versus the fucking Giants.
Yeah, they don't have an offense. Yeah. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, the Eagles looked way too good against Miami. They just they moved the ball at will. So
Washington's walking their way into a top 5 pick. Carolina, fuck, the NFC might have very well have
7 out of the top 10. Yeah, you might have 7 out of the top 10.
Yeah. What happened to the NFC?
Man, it's just it's like a role reversal of what's happened over the last 20 years in football.
So Falcons, Titans, Jesus Christ, who are the Titans anymore? A couple of years ago, it's like they're only here to ruin the pick'ems. And the Falcons, what's up with the Falcons? Jesus Christ.
But here's the thing. Atlanta, I heard Bijan's still hurt. Mm-hmm. Ritter's a turnover machine. I don't know. I got Tennessee getting it right.
I got Atlanta in this one. So, all right, you got it. That's our different one so far.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
There's one on here that's it's going to be the toughest one to pick. And I think you know what one that is. Saints Colts.
With the chew.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually coming up right now. So Saints Colts, man.
How is the line a half a point? The line is a half a point for Indy.
Vegas doesn't trust the chew.
It's basically a pick'em. It's basically a pick'em. There's no other way to call it. It's a pick'em. Let you go for it, man. I did the last one. I took the home team, so
I'm taking the Saints in this one. I'm taking the Saints.
I'm gonna say that they're not gonna get saved by the umpires and the officials this time. I'm gonna say Indianapolis wins this one outright for once.
So you're taking the Colts.
Michael
Nice.
Pittman Jr. gets 2 touchdowns.
That's a fair ball, and it bounced in favor of Houston.
Boy,
one run in, 1 run on third, and a runner on first. First and third, 1 out. Jose Altuve crosses the plate. It's 3-1, bottom of the first. This Texas game, Texas is definitely turning out to be Texas. Okay, so then we've got the Browns Seahawks. I like the Browns as long as Deshaun Watson is not playing.
I would have thought that earlier in the season, the way these teams played, even though Cleveland came out and won that game, those damn elves won that game. I would have thought this would have been a stink fest by this point in the season with the fact that Watson wasn't playing that great. But now this is like a perennial, like these are 2 playoff teams.
Mad Max gets a double play to end the inning. And he is grateful for that. Max isn't lasting 5 innings this game.
This is a game where you can't trust Seattle's offense versus Cleveland's defense.
Yeah. That defense, the Browns defense is historic for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say because Cleveland has had some good defenses back way back.
And if Deshaun plays, it's a win for Cleveland. Even though their backup has been very, very efficient.
Way better. If I was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants, I'd be making sure those quarterbacks sit as long as they could to stay healthy to protect the organization. And there was air quotes around the whole thing for those who can't see the video. And
I'm going to say Cleveland wins this and they cover that 4 points.
Nice. Bengals 49ers.
That's a weird one. God, the Bengals are coming off of they didn't play last week. They had a bye.
No, but the Bengals are right back where we thought they were supposed to be.
This is a trap game for the Niners because what Cincinnati team are you going to get?
Are you going to get the Jamar Chase's open no matter what?
Yeah.
Or you're going to get the first week. At this point in the season last year, if we're going on historics, at this point in time in the season last year, Kansas City was rolling, and it started around this time.
Yeah, this game comes down to...
Is this the game we start talking about the Bengals again?
Yeah. This game comes down to if McCaffrey is completely healthy and Purdy gets his head out of his ass.
Well, they play tonight, and then they play Sunday, so it's kind of a short week too.
Is he? Is McCaffrey playing? Did you?
And I believe the Bengals. Yeah, McCaffrey's playing.
Okay. Well, then yes, the 49ers win this game probably by 10 points.
Yeah. Against the Bengals, you're picking the 49ers. I'm gonna pick them too. I have no reason to pick against them.
It's no reason to pick against them, no.
Unless they're just going to struggle with AFC teams. We'll find that out.
If Cincinnati was, I think if they weren't coming off a bye, I'd be more worried for the Niners than than I am right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Broncos. Chiefs.
Yeah.
Ravens, Cardinals. Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens. These are 2. If you go the other way with those 2, we take away your man card.
Bears, Chargers.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting
finally take Staley's job. Because the Chargers defense is horrible. The Bears are going to score.
It is, but it's like the Chargers offense
that could be the highest. That could end up being the highest scoring game.
Dude, the over-under is like 47. It's pretty high for...
Yeah. We could see 70 in that one.
Yeah. I'm taking Herbert, though. I don't think the Bears can score enough.
Yeah.
I just don't think they can score enough.
Chargers.
Yeah.
All right. And then
the Raiders.
The Monday night matchup. The Raiders versus the Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
The Kitty Cats.
I've taken the Lions.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is going to get his, but I'm taking the Lions.
You can't bet against the Lions. Unless Jared Goff has to throw it 60 times again, I think the Lions are going to win that game.
Yeah.
Oof. So we had a couple variations there.
Yeah,
we had a couple different ones though.
Atlanta and Tennessee, Saints and Colts. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And
Minnesota's up.
9-12.
Minnesota's up 7-0 on the Niners. Damn.
That's right. I got to turn that on now.
All right.
Let's see. 49ers are getting the ball for the first time. No, they've had the ball a couple times already. Let's see if CMC has done something. I had to put him in my flex just because.
Yeah, I'm losing this game. So
yeah, he's got -7 points so far. Well, there, that does him a little better.
you want to know the crappy thing is I literally gave up this week. I didn't pick up any players. I took this one as an L because I didn't want to mess with my team for the future.
Yeah.
So I rolled with whatever crappy players I had.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Sam Howell at quarterback. Like, dude, fucking, I took the L. I told Adam today at work, I'm like, dude, I took the L. He
Mr.
goes,
40 Burger. I
like,
had
"What
my
are-"
game won before today even started.
Yeah. I saw but see, you've got more potential in your lineup.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're leading the league in points. Like, there's a reason. Like, you've got two of the best players. Like, it's just I try to just make it there. I don't want to get last place, so it's just
Right.
I gotta make it there.
Hold on a
hopefully
second.
stay healthy.
We gotta look. Did Brad get a win?
No, Brad didn't. Adam didn't give him the freebie. Who's going to be the one to get?
Man, and
I think I play Brad coming up here, and I don't see a very good matchup for my team. So I might be the team that he gets his first dub against. It's going to be funny considering that I traded with him.
Oh my god, dude, he's only projected at 90 or 76 points this week.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Oh man. Oh man. And who the fuck is T. Alliger with 14 points on his bench?
Oh, Ty Algier?
Yeah.
That's the Atlanta running back, eh?
Poor guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pissed I traded fucking Joshua Downs, but I didn't need him and he was going to sit on my bench. I needed him for last week. That was it. Oh, well. Yeah. So, that finishes it off well. We'll end this up with what rotates my gears in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
What really rotates my gears in an opposite direction this week is shitty Parkers.
Shitty Parkers.
Shitty Parkers. You know who you are. Yes. The person who goes in to a grocery store and decides 4 parking spots are for me today. Or 2 parking spots are for me today. Or the guy who parks, or woman, whoever it is, or whoever you are, sir or ma'am nowadays, who decides that I'm not going to just fit in this parking spot, but I'm also going to take half of the road. What is the purpose of this? Where did you decide that you were going to wake up and go, my life is more important than anyone else's around me? Those are the only options that I can see as the description of questions going through my mind. If I was the douchebag who decided to park in 4 fucking parking spots for no damn reason.
These are the type of people that I believe park in parking spots at like fast food restaurants and feed the fucking seagulls. These are the type of people that I picture that like park in these spots. Just off the top of my head, that's what I feel.
So when confronting some of these people in my life, the general answer I've received is they've feared others hitting their vehicle. This is why you have insurance. And if you don't have good insurance, that doesn't give you the right to be a douchebag. Right? Kind of like the people who have the non-futuristic headlights. You know, you're driving down the road and every single person is like, oh, you're flashing me. Oh, you're flashing me. And then I flash you and I'm like, sorry, broke bitch. I don't know what else to tell you in that scenario. It's parking. I mean, drivers have been on this segment quite a bit. I feel like they're going to be continuing, like it's a continuing spot.
Oh yeah, we live in a state of shitty drivers. So
I mean, we live in a country of shitty drivers.
So, we lots of people complain about that. Lots of Canadians say we have shitty drivers in the United States.
Well, and I think it has a lot to do with just the pompous attitude of some Americans. I mean, to be completely honest with you,
it's entitlement for sure.
Like, 100%. What the fuck do you do in life that grants you that purpose? For one, I had to go to war and then get retired to get a sweet parking spot, right? Yeah. Other people have to live their life and do some pretty fucking fantastic things to then receive a handicap parking spot in life. But you're the type of person who goes, I am above all of you and I get to park exactly how I want. Why? This makes no sense to all of us normal people out here. So if you're one of those douchebags listening, well done. You made it on the show. Douchebag. But for the rest of you out there, all of our listeners, cheese and rice, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate the feedback, the love, the constant support. Click, like,
subscribe.
subscribe, and smile. The world's a better place when you do.